So, like, after the first play, you had the sack. How did you refocus and get back in the game?
We just have a next play mindset, next play mentality. We don't care about what happens on the previous play, good or bad. We just focus on the next 15 seconds, not the last 15 seconds.
With such a large score going, when this being the last game before conference play, how do you think that helps you, as you prepare for, Mississippi College next week?
Just a big confidence booster for the whole team, offense, defense, special teams. Everybody scored tonight, so that's always great heading into conference play. Just confident, but still have a lot of things to work on.
On your arm, basically, with the running backs and the wide receivers, this was the largest marginal victory in UWA history. What does that mean to you, and what does that mean to your team?
I'm just happy to be a part of it. We just came into this week trying to execute every play. We weren't caring about the scoreboard. We're just happy that we did that. That's great for us. It's cool to be a part of. I'm just happy for the guys.
You had 6 total tackles tonight and during the shutout. How do you keep that momentum going into next week?
Keep believing in my teammates. Keep believing that they're going to do their job and I do my job. Keep believing in the coaching staff. Players make themselves.
What is something that you guys focused on going into today's game?
Discipline our eyes. Just focusing on being disciplined because we knew going into the game we were a better team. But we just had to stay focused, do our job right.
You had a forced fumble as well. What was going through your mind when you made that happen?
Just get the ball out, score. Defense needed a touchdown.
You were one of the leaders on the defense, and you also ran back a forced fumble for a touchdown. Just talk about this game and what it meant for you.
I'm just glad we was able to do good on both sides of the ball, offense, defense, special team as well. And it just was a good team victory. That's how we talked about it all week at practice. Like, don't worry about who the opponent is, just go out there and do our job. And I feel like that's what we did as a team.
You have a few extra days on your opponent to prepare for Mississippi College, especially with it being a conference game. What is something that you plan on focusing on going into practice?
I'm just watching as much film as I can, get some rest, and get a rock and roll next week.
What does a 80-0 shutout mean to you, especially as your first year wearing the UWA uniform?
It just means we did our job.
You had 2 touchdowns and you led the team in rushing yards. Just talk about this game and what this type of victory means for you.
Any questions about rushing, I give all credit to my linemen. They did everything, they did all the hard work. All I did was run. I did my job, they did their job. So I got in the end zone and we did what we needed to do,
You contributed 12 points to the largest marginal victory in UWA history. Just speak on that and how does that make you feel making history here?
Like I said, I give all credit to my linemen. Making history, I give all credit to my linemen and the running back room. Everybody in the room is just, we're great running backs, and like every other game, each running back is doing something good, So we try to spread it out in the room. Everybody gets their victory. So I give all credit to my linemen, give all credit to my coach, my running backs for hyping me up during the game. So, yeah.
You got 9 days before your first conference game. What are you focusing personally on when it comes to practice?
Consistency. We have to, stay strong on the offense. The linemen have to do what they need to do. We have to get better in the mistakes that we made tonight. It may not seem like we made mistakes, but there's always something that you did wrong. So we have to fix those mistakes. Go in, and not make mistakes next week. So as a team, we go in and dominate. We do what we need to do. We're gonna come out with the W.
You were a major part of the defense in a night that was an 80-0 shutout. Like, what does that mean for you, and what do you feel your contribution was to the game?
I just try to do my part, do my 1/11th on the field, and just try to do what I can to help the team win, and it was successful. So.
How do you use this momentum going into conference play?
It's a good thing, but we can't get too ahead of ourselves. We got to take it one day at a time, just keep getting better each and every day because it's beasts ahead of us, and we got to take them out one by one.
All right, thank you. As of the third quarter, you had 2 touchdowns. Just talk about, how you feel about contributing those 16, 12 points to an 80-0 victory.
Oh man, it feels good for just the coach to trust me and just believe in all the work we put in throughout the week to that it'll actually show up tonight on a Thursday out of all the days of Thursday.
How do you think this is helping you as you prepare for conference play?
Everything get better. Conference is where it's at. You gotta just come out there, dominate like we did tonight, and just play 4 whole quarters.
with 2 extra days to focus on your next game, unlike, you know, those extra days from Mississippi College that Mississippi College doesn't have. What are you personally planning on to focus on to prepare for conference play?
Personally, I just want to relax and watch film more and just basically keep my feet up and enjoy my weekend.
As a former player, as a coach, what does having the largest marginal victory in UWA history mean to you?
It was an odd game because it just, they had some good plays and then they would, you know, have a turnover or something. I just felt like our guys, defensively, we came out and played from the get-go. I thought offensively, obviously, they turned the ball over on the first snap, and then I think went 3 and out the next series. So we started slow, but, you know, I guess that could be a little expected coming from a, whatever, 40 minute or an hour lightning delay that we had. So that was disappointing, but you know, as far as the margin of victory, I mean, it kind of steamrolled. Our guys our guys had a fun time doing it. You know, I never really wanted to be a 80-0. I don't think that looks good. You know, I mean, it's not something we sought out to do. We want to win the game. We want to play to our level. I felt like for the most part we did that. Got a lot of young guys in. And they played hard. That was the fun thing, because you know, when you get to a situation where you're playing a lot of guys that hadn't played yet in the year, or some of them ever in college, you know, it can get sloppy. It can start looking like you're losing focus. You have not enough guys on the field and special teams, but we didn't have any of those issues occur. And our young guys, still drove the ball and still got them off the field on defense. You know, so that was good to see. There was no big drop off there. The biggest thing I'm proud of is I really, you know, went after our guys. We've had double-digit penalties the last 2 games, and you know, I wanted to play a clean game. And I think we had three calls against us. So you know, I felt like it was a much cleaner game, you know, in that regard, discipline-wise.
A shorter time to play gives a longer time to rest. What does that mean going into conference play?
It's huge. That's the reason we wanted to do it. You know, we wanted to set it up, and we knew it was going to put. I mean, I think we played 3 games, 13 days, or something like that. So I knew it was going to tax our guys a little bit, but in a good way. And then now we're going to catch our breath this weekend. Plus, you know, Mississippi College is a little different on offense than anybody else in our conference, so it gives us, especially our defense, some time a little extra time to prepare for that. So really, that was what it was for. It was to take a little break. I didn't want to have an open date, but it gives us an open weekend, like James just said, to catch your breath, you know, get your body back under you, but also to spend a little more film time and a little more preparation time on our next opponent. And it's a gauntlet in the GSC. You know, everybody knows that. Every week it's a tough opponent. So catch our breath a little bit before we get into that.
What does it mean starting conference play on the road versus starting it, you know, home in front of your own fans?
We love playing at Tiger Stadium. You know, we've never made a big deal out of, you know, playing on the road being a disadvantage. I always tell the guys the field's the same size. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say I wanted to play 3 on the road in a row, but you know, that's the way it's set up. So it is what it is. We don't worry about things out of our control. We're going to go over to Clinton, Mississippi, and play a game on a field the same shape as ours. So, you know, we don't really let that affect us a whole lot. We love playing in Tiger Stadium. There's going to be a lot of good Tiger Stadium games later in the year. So we'll just look forward to those.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.